Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. I swear that's how I think that is how that's said. Had a teacher in high school. I think that's how she said it. Well, I know that's how she said it. I think that's how she spelled it. I'll just put it down now. Okay. For the support of Oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. I gotta get her other Oracle deck out. It's a Halloween one, and I love it. I just gotta find where I put it. Alright, so what do we have for Libra? Libra? What's that about? That's interesting. I like your card at the end. I don't know about the environment just yet. We gotta get there. I think you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. I don't know about this environment thing going on here. Okay, coming into this situation, you got resistance with gratitude. Now, exactly how does this match? I feel like this is a dark blessing type feel. It's almost like you're used to a job that you really don't like, and then all of a sudden you get laid off or fired, and you're really not happy about it because you're like, that's my livelihood. But on the other hand, you didn't really like the job anyway, so it is actually like a blessing. It's like a dark blessing. It's like it's forcing you to get a different job, but you're like, well, I didn't really want it to happen this way, but that's a dark blessing. It's like it's not up to you how it happens. Just here you go. Here's a gift that you didn't realize you wanted. It's one of those things. For a lot of you, that's how it's coming in, something to that effect. For some others of you, because I am getting a second version, it's kind of like you're very happy where things are and you don't want them to change. And I feel like that's the other version here. Like where you are, you're very happy how they are, and you're like, I don't want that to change. That's the resistance. Like it's good the way it is. Let's not move. Let's not mess with stuff. Keep things the way they are. So it's one of the two. If this is going to hit with you, I feel like it's going to match one of the two ways. Now, as we keep going forward, things are like it's the Princess of Pentacles. So if this is one of those things where something like it's a dark blessing, for example, like you're kicked out of a job, now you got to find a new one. It's not very long before you find something else, is what I'm getting, if this is going to hit. If it's a thing where you like how things are, and you don't want them to change, you really don't want them to change because you're happy the way they are, the Princess of Pentacles is saying, well, it's going to slowly start changing. So when it starts to slowly change, just, buckle in and accept it for what it's doing, because once it starts changing, it's not going to stop changing. Just adjust as necessary. I'm getting in the environment like other people are resistant as well. So no matter what you're dealing with, either way, I feel like there's a resistance on the other side. There's resistance, but I feel like it's resistance for other people in the sense of like, I don't think it goes against you. I just feel like certain people have certain things that they like done a certain way, and it's just kind of like going by their rules, and you just kind of have to roll with it. But I feel like in the beginning, this works to your benefit. In the beginning, at least, it works to your benefit in the sense of like whether this is a new situation or the same situation that's changing, one of the two, because there's definitely a change here, one way or the other. Either it's the same situation going through changes, or it was an abrupt change and you're going into a whole new situation. I feel that when you get involved with this situation, when it first starts to change over, when the new part comes in, no matter what way you're connecting to it, it goes to your advantage. With the environment kind of doing the same thing, not wanting to really assimilate anything else in there. The Seven of Wands is telling me it's going well. You're able to work with it. It's not really a problem in the beginning. Okay. As it keeps going forward, and I think I'm going to drop the two different ways and just kind of, because it seems to be more, no matter what way you're coming into it, I'm getting like opportunities are coming your way that you literally did not expect. So no matter what way you came to this, and a whole new connection, or it's the change of an old situation, either way, when you're either way, you've changed one way or another. Either it's completely new, or an old situation is going through a change. It's a change either way. Um, there's better things here than you expected. You didn't expect things to get this good. You weren't expecting to like things this much. There's a very positive change here. It's unexpected how much you like it, is what I'm getting. It's very unexpected. I don't feel like you were really that hopeful, oddly enough, until actually you're seeing some proof here, like, hey, there's something here that I wasn't thinking was going to go my way that actually is. There's a very, very positive moment here. And you got peace with the Nine of Cups in the environment. The environment is accepting of you at this point. I'm trying to drop the whole thing, but if it's a whole new situation for you, you're accepted in completely. If it's something where a situation you're used to is going through a change, I'm getting like you're on point with the whole, like you're meshing with the change, you're connecting with the change, you're being pulled into the change, you're an active part of the change, if that's what it is. You're a part of the wheel. It's going well. In the center, Ten of Pentacles, the World, Queen of Wands. I'm not feeling anything negative here, but I'm trying to get like more of a definition of like what we're dealing with. It's very exciting here. I like the Ten of Pentacles. Like there's new things coming in no matter what way you came to it. But I feel like there's a whole new regimen or a whole new way of doing things. And it's new to you at the very least. But I feel like you're fitting right in with it. And you're feeling like you have a very secure place in this new situation. The Queen of Wands also is telling me like you're actively getting involved, but you're actively wanted to be involved. And then the World is like, once you're in, you're in. It's kind of like, once you're in, you're in. You're not getting out. I don't know how else to say it. But I feel like you're on point with that. Once you're in, you're securely in. I don't get a lot of definition with these cards, but I feel very good about it. It feels like things happen really quick. I almost feel like when this really starts coming together, it happens quicker than you expect it to. It feels good. Now this is what you want to watch out for. Very positive energy still. But creation is telling me you have more say going forward. Like people are listening. If you don't have the ability to literally make the decision, you seem to have influence over those who do. You seem to be meshing with that. Your input, influence. The word is not hitting just yet. Your opinion, at the very least, is listened to and taken seriously. Be aware of who you're talking to and how they're listening. Some people, they don't respond much, but they absorb a lot. So when you say things or you explain what you're seeing, they're literally absorbing everything you're saying, and they might be like spot checking. I don't know if I want to say spot checking, or they're looking for more proof about what you're saying. You're saying this is going on and that and that and that. They're going to look and see like how, to what degree, and they might research it. Like you're saying this is happening, and they're thinking, well, if that's happening, how far is that going? They may not be telling you, but they might be looking into it to see how far that has gone. Keep that in mind. There's a lot of changes, a lot of work going on. A lot of quick changes might happen. A lot of work to make sure that they stay where they're supposed to. Extremes is like, be aware of this. Because I feel like there might be some abrupt changes. You're being listened to. You're very effective. Be aware that people are listening to you. Because I'm getting, again, people who don't respond very much but listen a lot. So when you're saying stuff or you're giving your 2 cents, and you might be looking at it that way, like I'm just giving my 2 cents, you're being heard completely. And you're being listened to very seriously. You may not realize it, but just be aware, like, especially when people get quiet around you, be very aware they're listening. They're very much listening. I know that I'm seeing like somebody on their phone, and you're talking and they're like, okay, and they're doing something on their phone. Even if you don't think that you have their full attention, they are hearing you. They are very much hearing you, and they might even think about it more when you're not around. you are having an effect. Just be aware of it. Whatever you say, they are sucking it in. It's going to create big changes. So, like, the reason I think another reason we're saying this is, like, when you have somebody's ear, only say things that you really want to be effective. Like, if you're just kind of mulling something over and you're just kind of putting it out there, like, to see what they're thinking, don't do that. Don't put something out there to see their response when they don't seem like they're really listening. Put stuff out there that you like. You'd really like to see a change with this. Put that out there because you probably will see a change with that. Do realize that they're going to look into it and they're going to see how far that really is going. That will go to your benefit. As long as you know it, you got this. I think that's it. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.